hey guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel right here on this button. Is it over here or here?
It's down there.
Okay, it's down there.
It's down there. So make sure to subscribe. We love you.
Give Noah a kiss.
Give Noah a kiss. And don't forget to subscribe. Not forget to subscribe.
Don't not forget
to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.
Howdy ho, you handsome hunk. Grab a snack and gain some chunk. If your day is great or really sunk, we hope to help you shake the funk. So if you're good to hear some junk, buckle up. It's the Junk Monk Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Junk Monk Podcast. I'm your host Kandyce Sloan, who you know from Instagram at Hardens and Hardhats.
And I know your co-host who, actually, this is a surprise to Kandyce. Kandyce, I got us masks.
No, you didn't.
I did.
What?
So this will be in one of our mystery Junk Monk boxes. So Kandyce.
No freaking way.
They're all
I'm so
in little
excited.
baggies.
I've never been surprised on the show before.
Yeah,
no way.
they're all in little baggies. So you choose yours. They're all going to be safe no matter what.
Do I show them right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know where mine went. Mine was just here.
What?
I know. Kandyce always surprises me. Like, she got these mugs. Look, we have a little...
I know, right?
Junk mug podcast.
And those will be in the swag shop.
Those will be in the swag shop. You can get them. And these will be in our monk boxes. And I'm pretty sure they'll be in the swag shop as well. Hopefully. So, yeah.
What?
We have all the... And also, we have the giant banner now.
Ooh, debut. Oh, man, I was
so
going to
much
do
stuff.
something. Yeah, it's okay. I'll do it later. This is awesome.
Yeah.
So cool. Thanks, Noah.
Good with your masks.
Love it. All right.
I don't know where mine went. Mine was, like, custom, and it was, like, adjustable.
Also, I'm showing these to the camera because we're recording on YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
so that's why. We're just like, oh, wow,
yeah,
and not explaining.
Yeah, oops.
They are Junk Monk masks that have our little guy on them, and they say Junk Monk Podcast, and they're super cool. So, yeah. Check out our YouTube video if you want to see them.
Yes,
they're little bags.
You will get all the girls.
Or you can lay in there if you want.
Oh, yeah, I could. Here, I'll put them on.
Wrap one around your mug. Your off-brand mug.
Okay, yeah. There we go. This is like the biggest one. Oops. Okay. There we go. It has been junk monkified.
I think it's folded under, but...
It's folded under... Oh, wait. It has been officially junk monkified. Officially.
Oh, gosh.
Junk monkified. There you go. Because, look at that. They're basically the same thing. Come on. Come on.
Sold separately, though. You can buy them separately.
Separately, yeah.
Yeah, you can buy them separately.
Okay, yeah. So that's... And I know your co-host, you know from Right Now.
If this is your first time listening, let us fill you in. We are watching and reviewing every episode of the USA hit TV show Monk right here each week.
And we're going to do so while eating a little bit of junk. So I've got my junk food here, which is actually rainbow goldfish, which whenever I was a kid, I don't know where I got this from, but someone said it gave you cancer. But, yeah, I know, that's dark, right? But I like...
What doesn't, though?
Yeah, what doesn't give you cancer? Come on, let's be honest.
And I have some sugar-free peanut brittle. So, you know, my Gilbert Pecan Co. But this is actually sugar-free. So if you're on a diet or you need something sugar-free, then got the hookup with that as well. Also, you must know, I've seen every episode of Monk. I'm a huge fan, started watching in 2007, and for the most part, watched it as it aired.
I've seen season 1 and those we've done on the show, and a few scattered here and there in different seasons.
So, if you're ready to start the show, Toby, take it away.
Here's what happened. Kandyce, what is what happened? Can I say that every time? What is that? What happened?
What is what happened? Okay, this is Mr. Monk and the Daredevil, Season 6, Episode 7. So here's what happened. In the open, we are introduced to a real-life superhero that has been performing stunts all around San Francisco named the Frisco Fly. We see him dangerously hanging from Telegraph Tower as bystanders witness him suddenly fall, thankfully hitting an awning on the way down, cushioning the blow. As people rush to assist, one helper removes the mask of the Frisco Fly, only to reveal that it's none other than Harold Krenshaw. Meanwhile, the gang is investigating a fiery car crash in the woods, when Natalie breaks the news of Harold's mysterious alias. Monk is bewildered by the idea that Harold could possibly be the one scaling skyscrapers. He becomes deeply depressed, but thankfully it's short-lived when he is summoned to the crash victim's home, Victor Grania. He was the real Frisco Fly, and Monk puts everything together when he sees Natalie scratching her leg. She had gotten into some poison oak during their investigation in the woods, just like Harold's cousin Joey, who had been hanging out with him at the hospital. This meant Joey Krenshaw had been in those woods with the real Frisco Fly. It turns out he witnessed Victor Grania wreck his car, but instead of calling the police, he decided to steal his costume and use it to get his cousin out of their dying uncle's will. He drugged Harold, put him in the outfit, and pushed him off Telegraph Tower. But he woke up just in time to hit the awning, and with his minor injuries, Harold just pretended to be the hero of San Francisco. Monk and Natalie save Harold's life one more time before his cousin Joey can finish him off.
Wow. Also, disclaimer, if you ever see me on my phone, it's because I have my notes on here. I know while you're talking, I was like, on my phone. They're like, oh my gosh, what a little punk. He can't go 10 seconds without being on his phone. No, I'm checking out my notes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We've probably already said that on the show, but just in case you didn't remember. Oh, and I found mine, my mask.
Oh, okay.
And it has a little adjustable.
Oh,
yeah.
Muy français.
I can't actually put it on because, giant headphones, but
yeah. Well, and the muffling on the
the muffling, yeah. But it's looking very smexy. You will get all the girls and the guys if you wear them.
If they can only see half your face.
You can only see.
We're really helping you out here.
If you're ugly, wear them. If you're pretty, wear them.
I wonder if that's happened. Like people are attractive just from the eyes up, and you can't tell how funky somebody is. I've seen those TikTok videos where people are like, I'm pretty until and then they smile and they have a gap tooth or something's wrong with their mouth or something. So it's the mask is your TikTok reveal.
Oh, I've seen ones that's I'm super intimidating until I smile. And they look like the meanest person, and they're just a normal person. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
How bad do you have to be cursed to always look so unfriendly?
Yeah.
Unless you're smiling.
That's funny.
Okay, so what did you like about this episode?
Okay, also.
Off track.
Also.
Oh, also.
That was Mr. Monk and the Daredevil.
Okay.
There you go.
What did you like about this episode, Kandyce?
Okay. Some different stuff. Harold. Harold was pretty funny. Not gonna lie, he was very savage to Monk. This is one of the classic. I say not super classic. I don't say it as much, but when it warrants, when the situation warrants for it, I will say. I don't even remember what exactly Harold says, but he's basically telling Monk you will never be as good as me. Never, ever, 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 ever. And so sometimes I just say that, it's oh, yeah, it's never going to happen. Ever, 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 ever. And I don't know. It's just funny. I love the evers.
I like when Monk is making fun of Harold for crying during therapy. Oh. Monk is you don't see me crying. So I put, you'll never catch Monk crying.
He's like, yeah, we were laughing. Dr. Kroger and I were laughing. We actually laughed during our sessions. He's like, you weren't laughing. You were crying. It's oh gosh. That was so mean. I also love when Harold is actually in the hospital. And I think his wife gives him a letter from Evel Knievel. And he's like, oh, Evil, what a character. And it's so funny. And acting like he knows him. It's so funny. And then he's also telling Monk, he's trying to tell him off. Mm-hmm. And he's comparing himself oh yeah, well, Neil Armstrong did it and Rocky. And he's Rocky's a fictional character. And he's but still, Neil Armstrong did it. And so it's so funny. He's just name dropping. He's comparing himself to all these people. It's just so funny. I don't know.
Monk wants to go to hell just to see Harold there.
The only reason I would visit hell is to see you. Oh gosh, go to hell thing is super funny. I actually like the whole immersion therapy scene where they're trying to, because Monk is trying to summon up the courage to defeat one thing. Because Harold apparently now he's super phobia, but can go on top of skyscrapers. And so Monk is sitting in Julie and Natalie's living room, and he has all the objects in front of him. What does he have? A glass of milk, a harmonica, a ladybug, and a stepladder. And he has all the things laid out. And I really love that scene because it's funny because of the stuff that he's afraid of, right?
Yeah.
That's so easy to,
yeah.
But Julie and Natalie were so, like, sweet.
I know.
Like, they were so good at, like caring for him, like, all right, we're, like, take it easy, one thing at a time, just pick one, you don't have to do them all, whatever. And he's just like, this is how Harold Crenshaw did it. And they're like, what? Like, is this how Harold Crenshaw did it? And like, yeah, Mr. Monk, yeah, probably so. And then it's just so funny to watch him be tortured by all of these different things. He's, picks up the milk. And I remember when we were watching it together, when he just, like, you can tell he smells the milk, and and then he's like, no, puts it back down. And then what else do they do?
Which we understood, like, smelling milk and being like, ew, because milk smells bad.
Yeah, it doesn't
smell good. That's for sure.
Yeah, and like when milk is like about to go bad and you kind of smell it to see if it's expired, like you can
always.
Well, you can easily be tricked by it because it doesn't smell good. Mm-hmm. That's what my husband always does. He'll smell it and be like, "This is no good." I'm like, that's what it smelled like yesterday when I drank, a whole glass of milk or whatever. So,
I get why he's afraid of milk because I don't know anyone who's afraid of milk, but you can't see in milk. It's like water. There's nothing in there, but in milk, it's like there might be a spider at the bottom of your cup.
That's a weird thought, but I wonder.
You can see through it.
Because he drinks juice. He drinks orange juice. So like
he's just weirded out by cows. But he had the burger at the one, like, cookout grill thing.
Yeah, he eats meat. He's not a vegetarian or vegan or anything, so I don't know. And I think he eats cheese and stuff. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the smell.
The smell, probably.
Maybe it is the smell.
I mean, cheese doesn't smell good either, but I don't know.
Yeah. And then also the ladder. And he's like, oof, that's a tall ladder.
It's like 2 feet.
It's 4 feet tall. And he's like, ooh, it's really tall. And then he looks and he does gets the harmonica. Mm-hmm. And Julie's like, oh, wait. And picks it up. And she's like, here you go. And he's like, and he's like, okay, the ladybug. And then they put it on him and it crawls up. And then they're like, so you're doing so good. And he's like, and he throws it off. What I didn't like about that is I thought that meant that he did it. Mm-hmm. Would you not be proud of yourself if you put a spider on your arm for 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know. I just thought. And then also he asks, is there a fifth option? You don't want a fifth option, Monk. Don't lie.
I thought Monk thinking of a joke 30 minutes later, like a comeback from Harold, is so relatable.
It's relatable.
That. Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
It's so funny too.
Yeah, that's true. What did he say?
Just being like, "Oh my gosh, Natalie, let's just go to his house. Come on." She's like, "We're not gonna go to his house, Mr. Monk." And he's like, "Come on, Natalie, what have you ever done for me?" He's like trying to guilt trip her to go drive to Harold's house, and it's so funny.
It is funny. I'm trying to think. Does he says, "Wait, what I should have said when Harold said." We're just laughing, or we're laughing together, something. I should have said, maybe he's laughing at you, Natalie, at you. It's, oh my gosh, it's so funny. And then, yes, like what you're saying, go, you gotta go to Harold's. What do you say? It's just downtown or something. It's not that far or something. Yeah, that's a really good scene. It's just a little bit of an overarching thing, but I love that Monk doubts that Harold did it. Like, I know he kind of goes back and forth with, like, is this how Harold Crenshaw did it? But he does doubt that Harold was the Frisco Fly. Mm-hmm. And because imagine if he was just like, if he didn't have any doubts at all, like, he got super depressed. Like, how much more so would he have been depressed if he was like, yep, that's it, he's a Frisco Fly. But I like that he actually doubts. He's like, there's no way that he could have done that. And then, finally, that brings him around to being like, see, I knew he was cheating. I knew he wasn't the Frisco Fly. So, yeah.
Natalie is like, do you want the weird news, the really weird news, or the really, really, really weird news? I forgot what they were, but it was just funny.
The weird news was that the Frisco Fly was climbing on the tower and he fell off.
Oh, yeah.
The really weird news was that he survived and hit the awning.
Really, really, really weird news was that it was Hank.
Harold. I think you've called him Hank before.
Hank Krenshaw.
I think you've done that before. That's so weird.
I feel like that's the Supergirl, like, Hank Krenshaw.
Oh, really?
The, like,
I don't watch
Martian
Supergirl.
Manhunter.
Oh.
Hank.
I only watch Supergirl when they do the crossovers.
Oh my gosh, I knew it. Wait, it just says Hank Krenshaw. Oh. Hank Krenshaw is Cyborg Superman, which is fun.
Oh, okay. So then
I did not know.
Not totally to blame. You're not totally making it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you write down the Randy thing?
The Randy thing?
Yeah.
Let me see. No. Oh, the teens as in tsunami. Yes. It was so funny. Tsunami.
Oh, and Stottlemeyer's on the computer, and he's like, all right, tell me the license plate. And he's like, all right, T as in tsunami. He's like, really? T as in tsunami? He's like, yeah, T's silent, but it's there. And he's like, then why would you say that? And he's like, well, it's not completely silent. Tsunami. Like, what the heck? And then he's like, can you just go to the next one? And he's like, okay, L as in, we can come back to that one. No, we can't. The L has been on my screen for 10 minutes. We're not coming back to it. It is so funny. That is, oh my gosh, that is, wow. That's one of Randy's big, yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
Mega Natalie points for what you said, how they were being super nice to him and trying to, like, help him get over his fears. Sharona would have just been like, get over it, you big baby. Like, no, you try to help him like they did. Gosh.
Okay.
Sharona would have made fun of him, okay?
Speaking of, I thought that Stottlemeyer and Natalie had a really sweet moment whenever Monk is sleeping on the couch. And they're like, what do you think he's doing or, dreaming of? Because he's smiling. And she's like, he's probably, dreaming of, a perfect, everything's in round numbers and everything's square and even. And, Stottlemeyer says, for anyone else, that would be a nightmare. And, it's just the way that the two of them were talking like so quietly to each other was just like really sweet. And then when Monk wakes up and he looks in the newspaper and they call Harold like a modern day, Spider-Man or whatever. And Stottlemeyer says, he's not Spider-Man, you're Spider-Man. You actually go out and help people and save people. And so, yeah, that was kind of a twofer, but yeah. I thought the Stottlemeyer and Natalie thing was really sweet. And then also him saying that to Monk was really nice too.
Captain and Monk are bonding a little too much because he's not allowed to go anywhere without, anywhere where he could hurt himself without anyone. So they won't let him go to the bathroom. And so Stottlemeyer has to go with them. And Monk's like, I'm not doing that, okay? He's like, well, I'm not letting you go in there.
Have we met?
and he's like, okay, then I'll just hold it. And Monk's like, my record is 9 days.
Stottlemeyer was like, oh crap. Yeah, that was pretty funny. It's like, well, then at least leave the door open. And he's like, have we met? What's wrong with you? I'm not doing that. But yeah, that was pretty good. I love how when Monk solves the case, he's really happy, but it's because he figures out that someone wants Harold dead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on that I put...
Wait a second.
On that I put, Monk is back again. That was super funny.
And it's, oh my gosh. And he's like, wait a second. And he wants him dead. And they're like, Mr. Monk, we should go save him. And he's like, well, maybe not.
Back to the T as in tsunami thing. Randy is saying, oh, he's doing different, letters. He's like, R as in Randy Disher Project. And I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, that's true. What about the second time around whenever he's talking to somebody else on the phone and he's telling him, he's like, what did you say that the victim's name was? And he's like, Victor Grania. And he's like, okay, can you spell that for me? And the officer's like, yeah, V as in vroom. And the car drives by. And Randy's like, I'm sorry, what was that? V as in what? And he's like, V as in vroom. He's like, okay, I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time? I know you said V, but V as in what? He's like, if you know it's a V, then why do I have to tell you what letter it's for? And he's like, just do it, okay? It's so funny. Which is ironic because V is for Victor. Like, that's what they say, you know, on the thing.
On, like, the radio.
On the radios, V is for Victor, so.
Monk's absolutely sick. Here's what happened. He goes, shows up. Because he's like, who's he talking to? Oh, he's talking to Harold, I think.
Okay.
And he's like, show's over. Here's what happened. I was like,
oh, because Harold is like, I just came up here to wave at my adoring fans. And he's like, cut it out, Harold. You know, it wasn't you. That was funny.
Exactly, yeah.
I have that Natalie and then eventually Monk saved the day, right? Because Monk, again, was super afraid to go on that roof in general. Then he goes to save, you know, I guess Natalie's getting beat up. He doesn't really care about Harold that much. But he goes to save Natalie. But he didn't have to do that. He wanted Harold dead. Yeah. So, but...
Monk gets over his fears and is just chilling on the roof with no problems. Because he's like, I can't go out there, and he's just sitting there. And then when Natalie needs help, he just runs after them and, like, tackles the dude.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. Monk is such a good guy.
He is.
You know?
That's true. I had one more thing.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, and this is back to my Stottlemyre and Natalie moment. Does anybody ship Stottlemyre and Natalie?
I hope not. Right?
I was getting the vibes, though.
Oh my god.
I was getting the vibes. No? I was like, when I was watching it, I was like, wait a second. What? Are they? No, I was like, no. But I don't know. Because, you know, people ship Monk and Natalie, like, obviously, like Q did. Yeah. And we're like, that's weird. But if you think about... Oh, my gosh. Natalie and Stottlemyre would be a much more normal couple. But, like, Stottlemyre being, like, a super hothead, would it be, like... you know, would it really be a match for Natalie?
But, like...
As he mellows out?
Him with, what's it called? He wasn't, Linda. Like, mad. With Linda, yeah. He wasn't, like, mad or anything. Yeah. Because she wasn't a hothead either. And they were perfectly compatible. I wonder what the fans think about that. Has anyone even... Oh my gosh. I kid you not, that has never crossed my mind. It has never crossed my mind until that moment. Okay, guys.
What? Wait a second.
Everyone in our YouTube, Randy and Natalie, Monk and Natalie, or Stottlemyre and Natalie. May the best man win.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Go for it.
Okay, wait, Kandyce, who would you do?
Stottlemyre.
I guess that makes sense. Randy's creepy. Randy's creepy, at least said Natalie.
I think Randy's too dumb for Natalie.
Yeah.
I know they flirt a lot and it's really cute, but in a... I don't know. I feel like Natalie and Stottlemyre are very intellectually compatible.
Randy is like the, those kids who are hitting on Natalie. In the treasure.
The buried treasure. That's a good one. That's funny.
But, I mean, it's either Monk, since she cares about him a lot, or Stottlemyre, since they just seem compatible. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Never. And it was a me. I couldn't believe that it was a me that had thought of it. The other one I saw online, like Monk and Natalie, and I was like, ew, what kind of creepazoid put that? And then now it's a me posing the question, and I'm like, what? Never. But anyhow.
Wow, okay.
Anyhow, what did we not like about this episode?
Trash CGI. I get that it's an old show, and CGI doesn't matter too much, but it was just embarrassing.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't even notice it. And when you were saying CGI, because we were watching it together, you were like, oh, CGI, and I was like, what part is he talking about that CGI? Because Monk has really bad CGI moments. And I didn't see it. Were you talking about like when he was hanging off the building afar or like up close?
From afar.
Okay, yeah, I didn't notice it. I thought it looked pretty good.
It looked terrible.
To me, it looked like a normal building and there looked like a little guy hanging off of it. I didn't notice it, honestly, but...
What?
Not that it wasn't there, I just didn't. I didn't think I didn't think about it, but
No way.
you can look it up if you want, and I will
am.
continue. Okay, my first thing was Ruthless Monk. I know we talked about it in the like section, but you cannot listen in on other people's sessions. That's messed up. I was like, Monk, come on. Like, it was bad enough that he was going before and looking at his own file and the Gets a New Shrink.
Yeah.
But to me, he crossed the line when he was listening in on their session. I was like, really? And then he had the audacity to not only listen in, but tell Harold that he was listening in and then mock him. Like, what if he had it? What if that was the other way around? Monk was
furious.
Yeah. So I didn't like that. I didn't think that tracked well for Monk being. I know him and Harold have a beef, but
at the same time, come on.
Yeah.
A little bit of respect for each other. Because Harold would never do that.
Yeah.
I mean, actually. Just don't make that. Just be the bigger person. Come on.
Yeah.
Even if Harold would have done that, just be the bigger person. CSI somehow missed an antler in the windshield. Which that should be a plot hole, but they see the antler and they're like, oh, they must have run over a deer. How do you miss an antler in the windshield? Monk gets there and he's like, oh, right there. How do you miss that?
That's a good point. That is a plot hole, but that is a good point. Harold's kid is a punk. What the heck? The little kid with the long... I've also put... he also needs to fix his hair.
Uh-huh.
He had like long, scriggly... What? I cannot think of a word. Scriggly hair?
Like
I don't know.
curly?
Like not because it wasn't really frizzy. It just was like a little... It was unkept.
Uh-huh.
And he's like standing there like... I used to not like my dad. I used to hear him in the basement just crying and weeping, but now I know what he was really doing. He was being a hero. It's like, shut up, you stupid kid.
Yeah.
Get off my level.
Look at this, Kandyce. That's the CGI.
Yeah, what's CGI
That looks
about
like
it?
terrible. What?
What's...
Look the way he moves. Yeah,
See, I don't think that's bad.
That's not that bad. It looks like they just ragdoll him down.
I don't know.
It was just like lazy, I feel like. Kandyce, you're not in the VFX business like I am.
Okay, that's true. But I'm saying that if we're comparing other CGI moments in Monk, that one does not stand out.
I don't remember CGI moments.
Yeah, like on the leper, whenever Monk's hanging off the cliff and there's like the rocks and the water beneath him, it's really, really bad. He's hanging off the cliff. The one in the Sleeping Suspect where he gets blown up. Oh crap! You haven't seen that one?
No.
Oh,
I should.
I'll show you that one, and you'll be like, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, I guess.
But anyway, how many more dislikes do you have?
I have 4.
Okay, go for it then.
Harold needs to get off his high horse. Let me tell you. He's like preaching to Monk, you'll never be as good as I am. Blah, 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 blah. Ever. Get off your high horse. That made me so mad. Because you could tell that you're like, obviously there's something going on here. There's no way Harold did that.
I know. And he's so cocky.
He's so cocky.
He's so cocky. It's so funny. See, and I agree with you, but also that I didn't put anything about that down because Monk was so mean to him about his session that it was almost like justified, right? Like,
I guess, yeah.
Like, you know what? You said I cried during my session. Well, you know what? You will never, ever, ever be, as good as me. So,
Harold broke Monk.
Yeah, that was pretty sad.
Like, what a little punk. Ugh.
That was pretty sad.
Yeah, Harold is mean.
Yeah, I put Monk gives up. I thought that whole scene was just like too much.
Yeah.
Where they're hiding the knives from him and then the umbrella was turned around and the mat was messed up and the jacket was on the ground and they're like walking through and you're like, what the heck?
I remember literally screaming.
Yeah.
Whenever I saw the umbrella. Because it's
you're
such
like,
an iconic thing where he like moves the umbrella back and it's just like you always have that in your brain.
Yeah.
And then you see it and you're like, cursed image, what the heck is happening?
Yeah. So that whole scene, again, it was very dramatic, very well done. Great acting, great everything. I don't like it.
I think it was it was a little too well done. Like the pacing of it was like super happy, and it's like, oh, because apparently, like, super sad now, and we're trying to take away, like, shoelaces from him because he might hang himself. Like, chill out. I don't think he should be that sad, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't write the show, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you say yours really fast already? Is that what you did?
I put Harold is mean.
Yeah, Harold is mean. I put Harold did not take that rescuing very appropriately at the end. Like, after all was said and done, he was like, you know, Harold, why did you do it? And he was like, you know, people were seeing me as a hero. Like, how could I turn that down? And my son, he loved me again. And then he's like, and it was driving you crazy.
And the Monk is like, I knew it.
But again, he also didn't know that Monk was so depressed. So maybe, you know, maybe that was, but then he was like, oh, I see what you're going for here. You want money. Well, you're not gonna get any. And then Natalie's like, what? He just saved your life. What is wrong with you? And he's like, go to hell, Natalie. And she's like, you go to hell. And Monk's like, you go to hell. And he's like, you both of you go to hell. And he's like, you go to hell. Not you, Natalie. You go. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Terrible ending. I'm quitting the podcast because of it, actually. This is my formal resignation, and
What was the ending?
goodbye. Harold wins in the end because he falls off the building, and then
Oh
he
my
pulls his
gosh.
parachute
Oh
and
my
then he
gosh.
gets
I
saved.
have a plot hole about that. So hopefully I'll change your mind about it. But
And
I have a plot hole.
terrible ending. Did not like at all. Yeah.
All right. I'm done with dislikes. Are you?
Yes, I am.
Okay. He's the guy.
Okay, welcome to Guys the He, where we point out everyone's favorite guy or girl.
he's.
Or both. What?
Or
he's. Everyone's favorite he's. Or hers, you know? Everyone's favorite the. Come on. You can't forget the.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
He's guy.
I have two.
Dang it. Okay.
How many do you have?
Technically I have one. So
One was super easy.
one was super easy.
Yeah.
So you can say it though.
Okay. So Todd Packer from The Office
Yeah.
is Harold Crenshaw's cousin. And I was like, what? Which it's a cool little thing because I literally just seen something about Todd Packer like that day. It wasn't like with him in it. It was some guy like doing an impersonation of him. And I was like, oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, as soon as he popped on screen, you were like, Todd Packer! And I was like, dang it. Whenever Noah screams out the person, like, what was the other guy? Dang it, what's his
Bob
name?
Duncan?
Yes, Bob Duncan! I'm like, oh, I guess that's his now. So I knew he had it. But I did write down, his name is David Koechner? I have no clue. It's Koechner. Koechner. David.
David.
AKA Joey Krenshaw, AKA Todd Packer. He also was in quite a few episodes of The Goldbergs. I don't know if he's a regular on that show. I think it said like 20 episodes. He's very famous for Anchorman. He was on The Middle. And I remember it's when Frankie brings over, there's these new people in the neighborhood and Frankie wants to snoop in and see what their house looks like and stuff on the inside. And so she brings over an opened bag of potato chips. And she's like, oh, hey, here you go. And the lady opens the door and she's like, oh, this is so nice of you. And then she's like, oh, yeah, I just want to welcome to the neighborhood. And then there's like a bunch of casseroles and everything already there. But then Todd Packer comes up and he's like, oh, hey, Frankie. And he's like, this is the best thing ever. Everyone always brings stupid casseroles, but potato chips, you're the best. And she's like, yeah, I try and stuff. So that's definitely him. He is also in some Psych episodes. And then, of course, Hannah Montana. He's Uncle Earl in Hannah Montana. You don't remember him?
I don't remember an Uncle Earl to begin with.
No, he's in quite a few episodes of Hannah
Really?
Montana. Yeah, Uncle Earl. She mentions him a lot, even when he's not in the episode. I'm pretty sure, because I think it's her dad's brother, Uncle Earl.
Huh.
Yeah.
So that's like 3 Office characters so far that's been on the show. Was it Dwight on?
Oh yeah.
Dwight, Angela, and Todd Packer.
Yep.
And 2 of them were killers.
Yeah. One Scott adds it, but I mean, it's not technically, but yeah, from The Office. But who else do you got?
Yeah. Henry Dittman, who's the Fly fan. I don't know if he was like in the crowd. I don't remember what he said. But he's the dad from 100 Things to Do Before High School.
Really? Oh,
yeah. He's
nice.
like, because I don't know if, have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
No? It's a Nickelodeon show, and it's about these, like, kids who are in, like, 8th grade or something, and they're like, they have a bucket list on 100 Things to Do Before High School. So every episode is, like, crossing off that bucket list on what they have to do.
Cool.
And the main character, who actually played Dora in the live-action Dora, her dad is this dude. Let me find a... Let me see. Let's see. Is that all you have, Candace?
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I have... this is in my superhero themed one. So I have been... Actually, we just finished watching season 6 of The Flash. And in the few episodes before the big crisis, the Breacher comes from Earth, 2007, 5 or something. There's like a billion Earths. Spoiler alert. And Danny Trejo is the Breacher, right? Because Cisco used to date his daughter. And so Breacher is Danny Trejo, who was Spider Rudner in Mr. Monk Goes to Jail. So... he's been on there before, but I don't know if he's still alive because of the crisis thing. They haven't shown him yet.
On Flash?
But, yeah. Spoiler.
Maybe.
Sorry, guys.
Spoiler, because Candace doesn't even know the output of it either, so...
Yeah, well.
I found the guy. This is him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's just a little thing, but I was like, what is he from? What is he from?
Yeah.
And so I looked at the X-ray and I looked at his credits and I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, nice. Yep.
It's a small, it's not like, he's in a lot of the episodes. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Not in all of them, which that used to be one of my favorite shows and they canceled it on like season 3 or something. I was very sad because they never finished their 100 things.
Aw, that is sad.
It was very sad.
That's like Ned's Declassified.
Yeah.
Like, all these things and you're like, I didn't finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Danny Trejo is in Spy Kids.
Oh, yeah.
Right? With Tony Shalhoub. He's in that too. Yeah.
Tony Shalhoub is in Spy Kids?
So, yeah. So, at some point in it.
When?
I don't remember. You'd have to look it up because I don't remember. But I'm almost certain that he's on Spy Kids. Or I'm just making that up. It's possible.
No way. Oh.
Oh.
Gosh.
So you know who that is then, because you just saw the picture where he has like multiple heads or something.
Oh my gosh, that was a memory I did not want to bring back into my mind.
That's like me in the Men in Black one where he like gets his head shot off and loses his head and he's like, and then grows back. Yeah, it's like that. That's what, because I grew up watching Men in Black. That's what it's like for me to see Tony Shalhoub in that. I'm like, ew, gross.
That's freaking Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah.
It's Tony Shalhoub, guys.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Could I show the camera? Is that camera even on? Boom.
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't even know. Look up Alexander Minion. Actually, don't. You don't want to. This is such a Tony Shalhoub cursed image. I do not like this. Ew. Can we make this our new banner for Junk Podcast?
No, we just grow some heads out of him.
No. Okay, never mind. Next thing.
Okay, my last he's the guy is not really he's the guy. It's not. But one of the doctor's name, did you catch Dr. Levine? And I was like, why would you, Dr. Levine? That's like having Dr. Shalhoub. One of the characters' names was Dr. Levine, and I'm like, you like Ted Levine? Why would you name one of your characters like that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you probably didn't even notice it. But I was thinking of it in my head whenever he said Dr. Levine, and I was like, why does that sound so familiar? And I was like, oh, Ted Levine, duh. But why? Why would you name your character that? I don't get that one. But
like any other name.
Yeah.
That
all right.
Sense,
I'm done with he's the guy.
As am I. 3, 2, 1.
Junk time.
We'll go back to Tunk Time. I'm wearing my mask now. Which it sounds a little muffled.
It sounds very muffled.
Very?
Yes, it sounds very muffled.
I don't know. It's kind of tight. Good thing it's adjustable. Yay. Look at that. Happy 420. Oh, it's 422. Never mind. Look at this fancy Alexa we have. This is 422. Oh, what? The podcast? Oh, wait. Oh, jeez. Oh, geez. That's going to be loud, isn't it? Okay, wait. Yeah. On brand mug.
Cheers. No clink.
Clink. Okay.
Can you believe I filled my amazing cup up with water and Toby came and drank us the drink first, the inaugural drink.
She hasn't drank out of it like all week because she wanted the inaugural drink during the podcast.
And Toby just like
he was leaving because he had to do something. What did he have to do?
I don't know. Be lazy.
Yeah, he had to go watch TV. Which he's actually not in the studio today, but I don't know. He's a little lazy butt, and he just drank out of the inaugural cup drinking. Just rude, you know?
All right. First question.
Joke time.
Do you know who Evel Knievel is?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure. Because you said that reference.
He's like the guy who does like stunts. Mm-hmm. I don't know him like well, but...
Yeah. And then, what were the other references he made? Rocky and then Neil Armstrong. And I was like, he has to know who those people are.
Who like is Neil Armstrong and Rocky? No, I'm just kidding.
Right. Yeah, I was like, he has to know. I was like, the only person that he might not know who it is Evel Knievel. So yeah. Okay. Have you ever gotten poison oak before?
I want to say no. I don't think I have, but I know my dad has so many times, like 7 times. Yeah,
I know I have when I was little. Whenever I used to live in the city when I was a kid and then moved out to the country, which is kind of where I live now, but more so I lived in the country, and I mean nothing was paved over there. It was like everything was. We played hide and seek outside in the dark at nighttime, and had flashlights, rode our bikes around, and left the doors unlocked. It was like a very safe thing. But anyway, so we would play hide and seek and do all kinds of stuff, jump on the trampoline outside and all this. And I got poison oak or poison ivy a couple of times, and it is not fun. A couple of times. It is very itchy. Probably a couple, probably twice.
Like, how old were you?
I don't know, maybe 8, 9,
Whoa.
10. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's very common. That's like it has 3 leaves or something. They teach you, how to look out for it. Mm-hmm. And so when you get it, you have to put all the lotion on and the ointment, and it is very, very itchy and very uncomfortable.
It doesn't sound the best.
But I will say that this story that I always like to tell about my oldest brother, he and my family's very complicated, so it's hard to talk about sometimes. But I used to have a stepbrother. Anyhow, him and my brother were out. We went orienteering, mm-hmm. which is, that is where you... Nope. It's like this thing where it's very outdoorsy. You have a bunch of flags and you use like GPS coordinates and or longitude, latitude, and you go find things. It's
like geocache?
It is like that, but you're looking for flags or something. Anyway, so we went orienteering.
I like geocaching better. I'm just gonna say it.
Well, yeah, because they have like treasures and stuff. Yeah. This isn't like
not treasures, but like logbooks.
It's a very like Boy Scout thing to do.
That's on my bucket list. I thought that's my bucket list.
What is?
Make a geocache thing.
Oh, that's on my 30 before 30 list.
Really?
To put something really cool in a geocaching thing. A box.
Yeah, because we went to San Francisco, and we were looking for things to do, and we're like, let's go geocaching. Like, that's fun. Mm-hmm. And so with like our little cousins, right? And I don't know when we thought of this, but it was like we could just like sit there, like see how long it takes for someone to find it.
Oh.
Like, and then like interview that person or like ask them how they found it and whatever, and if it was fun and like.
What I want to do is leave a video or leave a SD card in one and be like
a USB.
Hi, our names are so and so. Hope you had fun on your adventure. Feel free to add to this video and then put it in a box somewhere else, and we'll see how far we can travel. Like, we put this one in, in whatever city you're in, and then do it. I thought that would be cool.
That'd be really cool.
Anyway, the Poison Oak story, off track. Okay, so my brothers went out to the woods. They're orienteering, searching for flags or whatever. And one of my stepbrother was like, hey, don't touch that. That's poison oak. And he was like, that's not poison oak. He's like, yes, it is. And he was like, oh, yeah? Well, if it's poison oak, and he picked it up and he said, it's all over my face.
No!
And sure enough, the next day, he was like, and his face was swollen and red and itchy, and it was, and he had to go to school that way because it's only like contagious to other people, I think, for like 24 hours, something like that. Like if you touch him, because I think it has something to do. It's some type of spore or something, so it travels. But anyway, so yeah, he had to go to school like that because my mom was like, no. You did that on purpose. You're not going to not go to school because you decided to rub poison oak all over your face. And so he had to go. It was like, it was great.
That is hilarious.
It was so funny. My next question is, I know you'll have an answer for this one, hopefully. In superhero spirit, what is your favorite superhero? Who is your favorite superhero?
I go Flash Shrine, Kandyce.
Where?
It's hidden.
Oh.
It's behind that curtain.
The window? Is it actually behind there?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. I thought you were kidding.
No.
There's a window over there.
I believe there is a Flash Shrine behind that, and it's still there. I just stepped on.
And of course I'm asking this because the Frisco Fly, right? He's like a Spider-Man. He's like a real life Spider-Man, and yeah.
Where did it go?
So while Noah finds his Flash shrine that he can't seem to find.
It's gone.
Wait, there's something that says the Flash right there.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Just call me Eagle Eye. Or Hawkeye. Or what's that superhero's name?
Bap.
Oh. So you have a sign. Not a shrine.
No,
You had a shrine.
I had a shrine. Needless to say, because Flash, best superhero for sure. It has Mr. Barry Allen, right? There's also at Six Flags you can get like little. Have you seen those? Those like little plushies.
Okay.
They have like big heads.
Okay.
I know. My cousin just moved in next door and he's a ton.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there was like a Flash little plushie, and there was also Flash action figure. And they would just sit there. And sometimes they fell, so I guess that's why I put this over there. But
okay.
Yeah.
Because yeah, this room is full of superheroes.
Yeah.
Got a big old fat head over there, and calendars and pop heroes and all kinds of stuff. So mine, I would say, the Arrow just ended, and I really like the Arrow, but honestly, I just love Stephen Amell. It doesn't really matter. He's the Arrow, I guess. But so if I had to actually choose my favorite superhero of all time, it would definitely be Batman. I love Batman.
What? Have you seen the new Batman movie?
I have not seen the new Batman movie.
Or not seen the new trailer. It has Robert Pattinson. He's Batman.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Is he good or is it weird or what?
There's like a bunch of memes over it because in the ad for it, it's like him and he's like, this guy like makes fun of him and he like just mercilessly, like everyone is just super freaked out about it. And he just like completely like murders the guy to like punching him to death. And then and everyone's like super freaked out by it. Like, okay, don't get on Batman's bad side.
Yeah.
Because it goes on for like way too long because usually it'd be like, it's like with the music or whatever and it's like, bah, bah. And it just keeps on going like, bah, 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 bah. And I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so
that's
like
his like
dark,
statement of like, don't mess with me. I'm Robert Pattinson. Like, don't make fun of me. Interesting.
I guess it's like, it's so cool.
See, and the last Batman movie that I watched was probably The Dark Knight Rises or what's it called? The Dark Knight, and then The Dark Knight Rises was the next one. I think I watched that one. It was the one. It was the two with Christian Bale. That's the last one. I don't like him as Batman, but that's just. I grew up with the Batman, Michael Keaton as Batman, and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. And then I
Heath
watched
Ledger Joker was amazing.
And then the next one, see now Jack Nicholson was really creepy too, but not in a dark creepy, just regular creepy. So I liked Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer and George Clooney. George Clooney is probably my favorite one. I don't know. Those three, I think they're all really good. Yeah. After that, it got weird. So, but yeah.
Yeah, apparently there isn't a Joker for this one. It's the Riddler.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, which there's also a Riddler on there.
Yeah. And then the Riddler was Jim Carrey. Mm-hmm. And then Two-Face was Tommy Lee Jones.
Let's be honest. None of those villains are as bad as Mr. Minion. What's his name? Mr. Minion? None of them are as terrifying as Alexander Minion is his name.
That's
My
true.
name is Alexander Minion.
Oh, gosh.
He's just scary. Like, honestly, he'd be my favorite villain if he was in DC. Imagine Tony Shalhoub makes a return in, like, the Batman movie alongside Robert Pattinson. It's Alexander Minion.
I bet Tony Shalhoub would probably make a really good villain. He probably could make a good Two-Face.
That's true. Like a creepy, like...
One side. Because, he could do both. Like, talk to himself and then talk to himself. Yeah.
He could pull off anything, really.
He really could. He could probably be Batman.
Oh my god!
If he bulked,
that's something that I didn't know I needed.
If he bulked back up, because he's pretty skinny now, but if he bulked back up, he could probably be. Yeah, so.
He's so good.
He is good. Okay, my next thing is our viewer's voice for this week. Okay?
Oh, yay.
So, our girl Lindsay Chambers has been waiting for this one, I think. And so she contributed for the Daredevil episode that she was waiting for. So, do you want to read just to that?
Okay, so I start from the beginning.
Oh, see.
Okay, so Lindsay Chambers says, I really like the Daredevil episode, mostly because of Monk and Harold's dynamic. Their scenes together always make me laugh, especially their running joke, you go to hell. Another something related that I want to add is that I found a Monk fan website over a year ago. Okay, I wasn't supposed to say that, was I?
Yeah, it's okay. She basically was talking about this website that I've found too. It's not current and the person doesn't update it at all anymore, but it's I think it's like the Monk fun page is what it's like. Instead of the Monk fan page, it's the Monk fun page. She has so much content on there and you could spend hours like just going through her content. But her and her friend, they visited the set of Monk whenever they were filming this episode.
Really?
Yeah. So it was interesting to read. I didn't get through all of it, but it was a really long article. But this lady has tons and tons of stuff on there. So if you want to check it out, let me know. But it is called, I think you can, in Google, you could just type in the Monk fun page and it should pop up if that's the same thing.
Also, if you don't remember who Lindsay Chambers is, she made this wonderful fan art for us. Thank you, Lindsay.
She did. And I wanted to give her the shout out, right? The fan art. Mm-hmm. She made this adorable thing. She tagged us in it on Instagram and I was like, oh, that's me. That's my shirt. Look at my shirt.
Oh, look, it's me. This one, we let it get a little wrinkled because it's not the actual one. It's a printed version. So Lindsay's like, why is it all wrinkled?
So I was going to see if you could gently tape it up like in the white spot or something.
I'm so short.
But that tape is used, so one and done.
Oh, yeah.
Don't take it off. It might fall. So.
It probably will. You can't even see it that well, dang it.
Well, we don't have any more tape.
Let's just keep it. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Also, I'm surprising Noah again. Another surprise. So Lindsay drew this awesome thing, right?
Is there
love
more?
It. And she drew this other one that I was like, I died when I saw this.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I will insert photo here. I don't know how to do that. Let's do it.
It's like me as a Funko Pop.
That's me with my shirt.
The shirt.
See, so it matters what you wear on the show. Someone's gonna draw it.
Okay, I gotta look nice. Okay, wait. Draw me like this. No, don't.
Draw me like this. Draw me playfully, wistfully looking out the window.
We just posed for Lindsay now. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. She drew Benji and Julie too.
I know. She drew them. There was some other ones right here. Trudy and Harold, I think, was on there too.
What happened to them? Candace?
I zoomed them in. I zoomed it in so it would print right there. Yeah. But we don't have any tape. I want to tape them all up. But I don't want to tack on our sign. I don't want to put a hole in our sign, you know? But yeah. Oh, let me see.
It's like, can you meet Tony Shalhoub or Noah and Candace?
It probably looks okay.
Oh my
Yeah, so it's us as Funko Pops. So basically, if you want to be featured on our show, send us some fan art.
Yeah.
Because that is epic.
Can you make me a fan art of Alexander Minion? Please don't.
Please don't. I don't want to see that.
Please don't. I thought this was like my favorite thing in the world. That one is just so
I know, and
good,
she drew us
too.
next to our favorite.
Oh. Wait, do you like Benji or Julie better? Because I definitely like Julie better.
I mean, I'm kind of team Benji, but
you're team Benji.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Emmy's Emmy Clark is a very sweet person. I love Emmy. You know what I mean? But
I like
actual Benji or Julie. I like Benji's cool.
Benji's
a cool dude.
I like Julie better because Benji's actor switches way too much, in my opinion.
Well, it just switches once, twice,
3 times.
Whatever.
There was 3 different actors.
There's only 2 Benjis: Max Burrow and Kandyce. That's it.
Yeah.
So yes, viewer's voice. That was a long one, but
that was amazing though.
Viewer's voice. If you want to chime in on future episodes, go 4 ahead. We're about 4 ahead of you guys. So let us know your thoughts on some upcoming episodes, and you'll be featured on our show. All right, that is definitely the end of Junk Time. You ready?
Yes, I just looked at a picture of Krenshaw, and wow, he's changed.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's changed for the better. Dang.
He's too cool for us.
He's way too cool for us. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna look at his IMDb while we talk. Okay, what's the...
Oh, we're in plot holes. Plot holes!
Okay, welcome back to Whole Plots, where...
We got a whole lot of plots.
We got a whole lot of plots. This is Kandace's favorite time of the show because she gets to expose the writers. Because she wants to be one of the writers.
Oh my gosh.
Kandace tries to prove that she's a better writer than the actual writers. I picked the wrong
Anyways, so do you have any plot holes or are you just...
No, I do have
Oh, okay.
But I was checking out Kandace's IMDb.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me go first.
Okay, you do that.
Okay, my first plot hole is that Monk says that he's known Harold for 3.5 years. Okay, hold the phone. Because in Mr. Monk and his biggest fan, he says that he's known Natalie for 3.5 years. That means that he's known Harold as long as he's known Natalie. That is not true because Harold comes in way before Natalie.
Yeah.
When Sharona was there. I don't remember which episode it was. I want to say it might have been The Girl Who Cried Wolf. I'm not sure, but I'm probably wrong about that. But it was definitely before Natalie. So that is a huge plot hole with their years. They're not really keeping track of their years. Now, maybe he has known Harold for 3.5 years, but he hasn't known Natalie for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. I just looked at his IMDb and he was in The Jungle Book 2 and The Lion King 3. I think that's what it said. Lion King 3. That's what I'm going with.
Lion King 3? What's Lion King 3?
I have no idea. But it sounds impressive. Like I said earlier, what was it? What was my other thing?
Your plot hole?
Oh yeah, I missed the antler in the windshield.
Oh yeah.
And then my other one is Randy says, "Don't touch anything," and then Randy picks up a box with a parachute in it. Speak for yourself, Randy. Come on, man. You can't just tell everyone to don't touch anything like it was super serious, and then touch something.
Yeah. He totally did that. Okay. Remember when Monk in therapy says, on my worst day, I always tell myself, at least I'm not Harold Krenshaw.
But he used to always say, at least I've never touched, or he's never, like, touched? Is it touched? At least I've never touched a drifter.
Drifter's face.
A drifter's face. Oh
Which one is it, Monk?
Which one is it? Which one do you tell yourself, huh?
Harold or Drifter's face?
I remember that, too.
I think I would use the Harold one, for sure.
Yeah, that one's more funny, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know why I put this in plot holes, but I just put Neptune bars.
Yeah.
Why is that a plot hole?
Because he mentions there being a Neptune. He calls it like a nutrition bar or an energy bar or something like that in this episode. But Neptune bars are the candy bars from Mr. Monk Goes Home Again. And then there was another episode in between since then where they mentioned a Neptune bar. I don't remember what they called it in this episode, but it wasn't a candy bar. They called it, was it like Harold was getting like endorsements or something for Neptune bar? Because he was like the, superhero. Oh my gosh. It was something like that.
They might have done that on purpose then.
I know, but it's a candy bar. It's not an energy bar.
No, I get that, but they might have, because he doesn't actually get the endorsement, right?
Yeah, but I'm almost certain they call it a nutrition bar or something. And in Goes Home Again, it is definitely a candy bar. Because he's handing them out at Halloween.
Wait, this scene?
I don't know.
I think it's that scene where he's like...
Or was it when they're in the hospital?
That was so mean.
Oh my gosh, we didn't even talk about that.
I think that's what I meant when I said mean Harold.
Harold was so mean to the kids. Yes. He's like, you call this to scale? Look how small I am, or look how big I am compared to the building, or something. And then he says,
the supports of the bridge couldn't hold it up.
What is this? It's a Golden Gate Bridge. It is. I didn't know the air would hold up the bridge. Where's the suspension cables? That was really funny.
It was hilarious.
It was, because they were super mean, but it's like, who cares if those guys are mean to those kids, It's not like it was Monk saying it.
Yeah.
Like, they were hilarious.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Let me see.
But yeah, Neptune bar.
Because from that was money calling, endorsement money.
Endorsement money.
Neptune energy bars? No.
Oh.
Thank you. Neptune energy bars. Those are not energy bars. Those are candy bars. Make up your mind, okay?
What?
Yes, thank you.
Dang, that's good.
And you wrote it down because you were like, I recognize that, and then yeah. We had to do our sleuthing now.
What?
Okay, how did they fix the bathroom situation? They're both holding it.
Uh-huh.
They're holding it. And then Natalie comes in and says, like, okay, well, we got to go. So they both run to the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, if Stottlemyre makes it there, that's fine. Stottlemyre can go because Natalie's watching Monk. Mm-hmm. But if Monk goes into the bathroom, how did he get to go to the bathroom by himself? He was automatically off psych watch.
True.
That doesn't make sense, right? They've been holding it all night, yet Monk just magically gets to go to the bathroom. He wouldn't.
Yeah, no.
Because he didn't even want to go. It wasn't like he was like, yay, I'm excited, let's go. He was like, I don't want to. And Natalie's like, trust me, you're going to want to go. And then they're like, and then they sprint. So, yeah. Do you have any more or no?
And that is all I have.
Okay, my last one. Okay. My last one is what you were saying before, how you didn't like the end of the episode because Harold falls off the building, and everyone's like, yay, yay, yay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You guys debunk it?
The truth would have come out in 2 seconds from him falling off. Nobody would have let San Francisco think that it wasn't Victor Grania who had died in the accident. Right? So
yeah,
Harold,
they know it and they're just letting
Harold actually would have come out as a fraud. Mm-hmm. Because he let everyone think that he was the Frisco Fly when he wasn't. So that's the way that I saw it. Because they were like, yay, and Monk's like, oh God. But if you think about in reality in the future, everyone would think he was a fraud, not the other way around. So
that actually makes sense, yeah.
That was it. And how crazy was Monk this episode?
Plus crazy moments. Okay.
Out of 10, what, Noah?
Out of 10, shoelaces.
Ooh, that's dark.
It is dark.
That is very dark. Okay, I put out of 10 Jeremy, Julie, harmonicas.
Oh, that's good. Dang it, that's better than mine.
I had to think hard on this one. We almost did we talked about it though, so I didn't put it. The Herald posters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because
So
Kandyce in one of the monk box, she created the buried treasure map
I did.
from the buried treasure, and we thought about that'd be fun if we could
Make the poster.
make the poster, which let us know if you guys want to see the poster.
It seems like a lot of work, so
It does seem like a lot of work.
if you don't want to see it, then.
If a bunch of first graders can do it, we can do it. You know?
Or you guys can do it. It does.
Lindsay Chambers. Oh, no. But yeah, out of 10, I live int shoelaces.
Okay, some crazy moments. What do you got?
Monk smacks the balloons on the way out of the hospital.
Oh, I don't have that.
Yes. Because remember, he's like getting out of the hospital and he's really mad. And he's walking with Natalie and someone's walking past him with like get well soon balloons. And he's like, get that out of my face.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Monk wants to go to hell to see Harold.
Okay.
Monk won't play the harmonica after Julie did. Which, I mean, that one's not that severe, but Monk has waited 9 days before to pee. Monk says, it gets better, guys. He wants him dead because he's talking about the murderer his cousin wanting Harold dead. So he's like, guys, it gets better.
It gets better. Okay,
He wants him dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know when this is from, but he says, can I get you some water?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
remember that.
So Monk is in the therapist's office, Dr. Kroger, and he's laying on the couch. And he's like, you just have to tell me, how did Harold do this? How did he get over his phobias? And he's laying on the couch and he's miserable. And Kroger's like, Monk, I don't feel very comfortable talking about this. And he's like, oh, you don't feel comfortable? Oh, okay. He's like,
Oh, no.
do you want me to do this? Can I get you some water? It's so fun. I can't remember the other parts that he says. He's like, can I get you some water? It's really funny.
Oh my gosh.
He screams it. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, what do you have?
You had really good ones.
Also, while you're saying out your plot holes, can I try one of those?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Since we're the Junk Monk podcast.
It's going to be probably loud in the thing. But
Yeah, what is it?
let me give you a little piece in case you don't like it.
It looks like... I'm not going to say it.
I mean, it's peanut brittle, but it's sugar-free. Have you never tasted peanut brittle before? Oh. Well,
I've
then
never
don't...
seen
Well,
peanut
it's good, but don't stake everything you have into it because it's not what
The
peanut
sugar.
brittle tastes like. It's like a sugar-free treat. So, okay, crazy moments. I have.
Wait, does regular peanut butter look like this?
Mhm. Yeah.
Whoa.
He thinks Harold is out to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in general, he listens in to Harold's session. He mocks Harold and says "wah wah wah."
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he's laughing at you. He wants to drive back to tell Harold his comeback. He keeps saying, but how did he do it? She's like, I don't know, Mr. Monk. He's like, but how did he do it? I don't know, Mr. Monk. Okay, I understand, but how did he do it? He thinks Harold staged everything to get to him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He is, oh my gosh, we didn't talk about this part. He's talking to himself when he's on the roof. Remember whenever it's nighttime and Natalie's like, Mr. Monk, you have to come like check it out. And he's like, I don't know if I can. He's like, don't do this. And he's like, shut up, stop talking. And he's talking to himself. Did you catch that? It was really creepy.
No.
It was pretty crazy, actually.
Two-Face?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Two-Face?
Oh my gosh.
Two-Face?
Oh my gosh, full circle
Two-Face.
moment. He is Two-Face. What is happening?
Oh my
This is
gosh.
crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay. He thinks it's a tall ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Stottlemyre was like, I can't let you go into the bathroom by yourself. And he's like, have we met? And he's like, Monk, come on. I'm not going to look. And Monk says, that doesn't mean anything. I'm not going to look either. That was good. That was a good one.
That was good. That one's really good.
That was good. Okay. out of 10.
Alivened shoelaces.
Uh-huh.
I give him a 6 out of 10.
Okay, nice. Okay. Out of 10 Jeremy Julie harmonicas, I'm giving him a 5.
A 5.
Yep, a 5. This one honestly was very hard for me to score because of how, depressed he was and everything. I didn't really count for that. I don't think it's crazy to be depressed. I will say
the craziness mostly was in Harold.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
The Harold, all the Harold stuff, like all the stuff that we just said, like it's pretty crazy. And then factoring in the fact that he is depressed, that it can kind of skew the level. So, so I give him a 5. I gave him like an average. It wasn't super crazy, but definitely wasn't chill monk. Mm-hmm. He definitely was whoop whoop.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Before we go to rate this episode, peanut brittle?
Oh, you like it?
Great.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah. I mean, if you let yourself like chomp this down, the whole bag will be gone. I did that the first bag I bought. It wasn't sugar free. And then so the next time I was like, I'll try the sugar free kind. Because it still has a lot of calories. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Let's go on to...
Rate this episode. Okay, Kandyce. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate this episode?
Well, I mean, from 1 to 10, all Monk episodes deserve a 10.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about this.
I love how you always forget. Each episode deserves a 10, so my lowest score, right, is a 10. Highest is 2 10s, so Noah will convert my score for you.
Yeah, I'll do it for you guys.
Okay? All right, here we go. So, I wish I could have scored this episode higher. There's a lot of great Harold action, but I really don't love the dark direction that they took with Monk's storyline.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just too dark, and I feel like it's another one of those episodes where the dark cloud kind of undermines any comedy that's going on throughout the episode.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my score is coming from. I'm giving this one a 10.625.
So a 6.25 out of 10? 6.25.
Yeah. It's like
that makes sense.
It's weird because it's like I didn't feel like it deserved as low as a 6, but then also going up to a 6.5, I was like, I don't think so. So I just put it right in the middle. That's what felt right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get what you mean with the whole dark thing. Definitely huge factor on me taking off points here, but it was amazing with the twists. It had me on the edge of my seat and had me confused, puzzled, playing along, and having fun, right? But due to the over depression that it gave me, I did not enjoy it too much. So I'm getting it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Nothing, I mean, 6 out of 10 I feel like would bombshell it on the thing, and it really doesn't, like, on the rating that we do at the end of the season, which I don't really think it deserves. Because it's not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. It's really hard because if they hadn't taken that direction, I kind of alluded to this, I feel like, a little bit earlier, but I don't think that, and again, not to, judge of what sends someone over a tipping point, but I feel like there was more, like, maybe like when Mr. Monk goes blind, like, to me, that feels so much more devastating than my enemy is climbing skyscrapers. You know what I mean? Like, it's, to me, it didn't feel, like, not genuine, but, you know what I mean? Like that word. It didn't feel realistic.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it would make sense to have that kind of reaction to it.
Yes, thank you.
Which, I mean, they sold the genuinity of it by being, like, great acting.
Yeah.
But overall, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, again, it undermined anything that was really funny, like, you go to hell, and then all those funny parts, and then it's like, but Monk's depressed underneath it all, and so, and it's like when you have your B storyline, or your A storyline, however you, like, look at that, but, yeah.
And then maybe it leaves off with like Monk maybe being depressed again at the end, because it leaves off with Harold jumping off the building and being successful and everyone's cheering for him.
Exactly.
Which is a huge letdown.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is why I justified it with my plot hole explanation that would last 2 seconds. Because even if it was Monk, like, saying, he's a fraud, this guy did not do this, like, he would easily. And then Dr. Kroger would probably be back, you know, because Dr. Kroger, I thought that was a good touch that Dr. Kroger had, though, too, where he said, you know, Monk, I don't know how he did this. It wasn't thanks to me. I didn't do anything. I'm just as surprised as you are. And I feel like that could have been the moment, instead of them doing the psych watch on him
and being like,
see, Dr. Kroger saw no progress in him either. So there's something wrong there. They could have easily taken that direction and went better. It could have been a whole other detective thing where he's like, he's a cheater, or something.
And that way it would have made the whole payoff way more sweet, instead of just being like, I'm no longer depressed.
Yeah.
It being like, oh, I'm right.
Yeah.
When he didn't even believe in himself.
Exactly. So
sad ending to a sad episode.
Yeah. That could have been really fun with the superhero theme and everything. So, but yeah, it's all right. We'll try again next week, and I think we're gonna go make something.
Oh, we are?
Cook something.
Really?
Well, I mean, we have like the past several weeks we've made like a little treat. So I brought something.
It's like every other week that we make a dish.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm excited. A
excited.
special little junk.
So next week we'll be eating it on the show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so next week, special treat, and we're gonna be fanboying and girling over our
merch,
and our banner,
fan art.
Oh, fan art and banner.
Yes, and again, if you guys want to draw us,
because we were thinking about this, if we get enough of these. Which, like, Lindsay, don't feel inclined to, like...
draw.
I gotta draw so many. But, like, because we've seen, like, fan art walls, right? And that would be so cool. Like, I feel like we're being...
We could have that right here.
This is enough.
I mean, it's enough for me.
Yeah,
it's enough for me.
It's enough.
We're not getting conceited, but we're just saying...
We're just letting you in on what we were thinking.
Well, see, but that's the thing, is that these are drawings of us. Like, it doesn't have to be drawings of us. Like, that's cool for us, but, like, this is Monk. So, if you want to take a stab at drawing this guy doing different things, or, you know, your version of Monk, you know, I've seen a lot of fan art out there on the people that I follow. So, you know, if you want, you know, you want to sign it, or you want to put it, you know, we can print it out and then put your
Lindsay,
stuff up there.
don't forget to sign it, because you deserve it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we can put them all around. Also, can we get a Cheetos bag? I want a better Cheetos bag, because I drew this, and I accidentally put crunchy, and it's a puff Cheeto. Toby revealed this to us.
I was gonna see if anyone had ever caught that, and like,
yeah, hey, no, I'm revealing it, Kandyce.
No, Toby said he plot holed our sign. I was like, what?
Because this is Cheetos with a Z, so don't sue us, Cheetos. And it says crunchy, but it's a puff Cheeto.
Oh.
So anyone who's listening to this one or watching this one, you know, you're in the club.
Yeah.
You're in the VIPs.
You've been plot holed.
You've been plot holed.
Plot hold.
Plot hold.
All right. Let's go whip up something delish. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. We love you. Don't forget to subscribe.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Junk Monk Podcast. We'd love to hear from you, so please give us a 5-star review wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, follow us at Junk Monk Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
If you want to know more about Kandyce, she's at Hardens and Hardhats on Instagram. And if you want to know more about me, Noah L., subscribe to my vlog, Noah Hernandez, on YouTube. Also, you can leave us a voicemail at 323-366-0477 with your questions, comments, or just to show us some love.
Don't forget to catch up on Monk with Amazon Prime Video, and of course, subscribe to our show.
You'll thank me later.